The stories and content featured in our videos and on the subreddits we follow may contain themes or actions that are not suitable for all audiences, including those that may be controversial or offensive. We do not endorse or condone any potentially harmful or malicious actions depicted in the stories. Viewer discretion is advised.
We got some doozies. Let's get started. Post by Berry Sweet from r/Shamithia Hole. Am I the a-hole for asking my BF to tell his female friend he has a GF? I, 18 female, and my boyfriend, 18 male, have been together for a year and a half now. My boyfriend has always been the nicest guy to me. During our relationship we have had many ups and downs, which include both of us struggling with family issues and mental health problems. During my worst time in life is when me and my boyfriend got together. He helped when I needed it most. Although I've found out a few things I wish I never had because these have all been dwelling on my mind for months now. For some context, in my past relationships I had always been cheated on. I had an urge one night when sleeping over at his house to go on his phone and see what he had been up to. I found messages between two girls which never escalated to them meeting up, it was only text chitty. I confronted him and he said it was nothing. I believed him. A few months go by and the same urge hits me. I find a few more things. This time I said nothing. All through our relationship I've had these urges to check. And every time I had, it would have been right. About 2 weeks ago now I had an urge and found nudies in his My Eyes Only on Snapchat. He found out I saw them and he said he purposefully planted the nudes there for me to find. Which to me was just an excuse because he got caught. During the past 3 weeks he has gotten back into gaming on his PC, where he uses Discord to make friends and play games with. Usually this wouldn't matter to me because most of his friends, male and female, know he's in a relationship. But he's recently found a new group that has no idea I exist, which is fine, he's keeping us private. He's been exclusively gaming with one of the group members, which is female. That usually wouldn't bother me, but she doesn't know I exist. I've asked him to just say, "Oh, I have a GF, just so you know, you might hear her every now and then." End of convo. But he's told me that his friend doesn't need to know. And the friendship he's made with her is all fake. The only reason this pissed me off was because I heard them talking the other night and he is laughing at everything she was saying/doing. I walked into the room to check up on and get him some water. He immediately unplugged his mic so she wouldn't know I was in the room. He did this every time I came into the room when he was only on call with her. I tend to get jealous and insecure over my BF because I've never been with someone for this long, but I can't help the feeling that I'm being in the situation because he's making my feelings disregarded and is not listening to what I've been trying to tell him. So am I the a-hole? Post by artistic_spare_6637 from r/Amithia Hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my son he's a loser and nobody loves him? Okay Reddit, so here goes. My son is 4 years old, and he's really into Playmobil. Me and his mother have always spoiled him, but he's been acting really rude to us lately, very disrespectful, talking back, throwing tantrums, and the like. Anyway, I was at the toy store with him and his grandma, and he already had bought a couple sets. He really wanted a firefighter kit in addition to the other ones, and when I said no, he began to start sobbing and throwing a tantrum, causing lots of strange looks. Instead of giving in like I used to, I put my foot down. I started screaming at him, letting out all of my pent-up rage. I called him a loser, said I wish he had never been born, said no one loves him, amongst other things. I got a couple strange looks and rushed out of the store, although it felt very relieving to yell at him. Anyway, I sort of feel bad, because he's been alone in his room for the past few days since it happened, and he rarely comes out to talk to me anymore. My wife is mad at me too, but honestly, I think he deserved it. Am I the a-hole? Post by Wedding Militia from r/Amithia Hole. Am I the a-hole for wanting to accommodate my friend's dietary requirements at my wedding? My fiancé D and I are getting married this summer. One of my friends, A, is a Muslim, which means he can't eat meat unless it's prepared a specific way. For our menu we've given guests 3 options, 2 meat and 1 veg. Any other time I could just choose the veg option, but he can't because the sauce in the dish uses alcohol. I've talked to the caterer and they would be happy making a separate veg dish without alcohol, if we pay a little extra. D however doesn't think we should be paying even more for food when we're already paying so much, and the alcohol is cooked off so it should be fine for A. A said he's not comfortable eating any dish using an alcohol base, which is completely understandable, so I've told D it's just one dish and it would make A feel included and welcome. If not, then we should have had the veg option as non-alcoholic. D said she understands A, but it's not up to us to accommodate his requests. It's caused some arguments between us, and she said I'm backing my friend instead of supporting her. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.